That's recording. All right, three, two, one, action. Yo, so what's up? So, welcome to the South London Ronin podcast. I'm Ariel, and I am, I guess, the host or whatever. So, you'll be hearing my voice and hearing a lot of my opinions and views until I get some guests up in here. So, what is the South London Ronin podcast about? So, obviously, I'm from South London. Well, it's not obvious, but I'm from South London. That's where I was born and raised most of my life. But about 12 years ago, I moved out to Japan. And in between that, there are loads of things that have happened and loads of experiences I've had. And in terms of corporate world and jobs and business and loads of things. And I thought, you know what, it'd be good to share part of my story. Because I think everybody has a story. Everybody has like a book in them. But I think this is a way that I'd like to get this out and discuss various topics, talk about certain things, things that might come up, you know, in how do you say, general life, things that may be in the mainstream media, or things that have just happened, and things and observations that I've made. And then I guess we can have like a two-way, get some input from you about what to speak about, some opinions, and we'll just see how it goes. So this is episode 000. It's not even like a real episode. I'm just trying things out, seeing how it sounds, and yeah, and we'll get to it. So, what is a Ronin? A Ronin is or do you have a guess? But a Ronin is a masterless samurai. So maybe a samurai, he's been in war and his master's gone. He has no allegiances to anybody, just roaming, wandering, exploring, using his skills. And not to say that I'm a samurai, but I always felt like a masterless person, obviously to the creator, but otherwise I tried to be free. I used to say I was like the wind, didn't want to settle anywhere, didn't want to be under anybody's control, tried to be a free spirit, but it's pretty hard to do that in this world of ours. But a Ronin is something that I kind of really related to. And one of the famous ones, Miyamoto Musashi, his book I read, which one of the things that it didn't inspire me to come to Japan, because obviously that was a time past, but it was a nice book, Miyamoto Musashi. Give it a chance. I think Eiji Yoshikawa. And yeah, so what I was gonna say, yeah, so Ronin, that's what a Ronin is, a masterless samurai. When I like listening to podcasts, and I've realized I like listening to people from the UK, and I've found out that a lot of the podcasts that I was listening to they were fun, but they were about the same thing. I was kind of looking for something for maybe growth, or to make me a better person, or stories to empower and uplift. And no shade to any of the podcasts, but a lot of them were just talking about street life and thug life and road life and the stuff that I've kind of left behind. Not to say I was a bad man. I've never been a bad man, but just to say that that's not the only thing I want to hear. Like, if I was younger, I would have loved to have heard someone talking about their exploits in Japan. I actually read a blog like that, and I thought, you know what? I'm looking for a podcast like this. Why can't I make one? I think my voice is different to others. The way I was raised, similar to some people, but there are a lot of differences. There's a lot of things that have gone along, and I think we'll touch on them during this time and during these episodes. So the main aim is to push out 21 episodes at the beginning, and then we can try and find our feet and see where we're going. And I say we because you're on the journey as well, whether you like it or not. So yeah, that's the general gist for South London Ronin. And I'd probably get people on, guests on, and I'd love to. I'm filming in my little room. This is the study room where I do a lot of my work and maybe edit videos and even teach lessons here online. But I'd also like to go to different places so you can just see a different background, and not just this. This is like a junk room. It's like a half storeroom, half study room kind of thing. Kids' clothes and all that stuff are here. But yeah, I just wanted to let you know who I was. So a little bit about me, and I'll try and keep it as brief as I can, and I'll get into things in detail in future episodes. But so I said my name is Ariel. That's a Yoruba name. My parents are Yoruba Nigerian, and they moved to the UK before I was born. I was born in South London. I was born in Guys, yeah, and I went to it's South, and I lived in Fareham for a few years, and I'll touch on that in the future, and then I lived in Bermondsey until until I left. So I lived in Bermondsey, went to school in Catford. I went to a private school in Catford. Then after I finished there, I went to Brunel University up Brunel. Then after that, I did computer science, so I worked in IT for several years, and I lived in Leeds for a point of time. Then after that, moved back to London, back to London, and then I moved to Japan in 2013. I've been here ever since. Came here initially as a teacher, and moved over to where I am now, and I still teach as well, but I do other things, working on other ventures. I have a lot I do, from tour guiding to dance to translation to video work, to even being in front of the camera and behind the camera, audio, voiceover work, just all different types of things. So it's slightly different, and there are loads of little things and hobbies and stuff that I'm into. But yeah, as I said, we'll get into that in the future. But I just wanted to drop a 000 episode and get the ball rolling, because one thing that I struggle with is procrastination, and I'm not about to let that ruin what we could potentially have. So I'm going to work on that as well. And I want to say that I don't think I'm a guru, like I am the know be all and end all of stuff, and I'm learning. I'm on the path, I'm on the journey. And even though I am pushing 40, I'm still learning every day, and I think I have learned some things. I just want to be able to tell people what I've experienced and what my perspective is from where I am, and not so much to be about me, but just the path I took, and telling people, oh, this is what I saw and this is what I encountered. There's not a course or anything to tell you how to do stuff. All right. Yeah, so I hope that comes across well. You'd love to, I don't know how how the podcast run. If you see this on YouTube with a video, then subscribe to the channel. I haven't even made the channel as posting this. I've got the Instagram as well, South London Ronin, and that has 1 follower now. So let's see what goes on. All right. So this is really ground zero. Is that a good choice of words? But this is really this is getting on the ground floor. So I appreciate you listening. If you listened so far, and if you have any comments and topics, things you'd like me to talk about, then this is for you. So you let me know. You can hit me up on the DMs on Instagram, or on the comment section here, or if this is on any podcasting platforms, there too. All right. So yeah, I appreciate your time. Thank you for coming. Peace.